Hi, my name is Eddie Neas. I'm a retired Marine Corps Reserve Sergeant Major, and I served in Vietnam with Alpha Company, 1st Battalion, 1st Marines, 1967 and 1968. And I was at places such as Hoi An, Phu Bai, Con Tien, fought in the battle for Way City 53 years ago this month, and then went to Khe Sanh. I currently live in Brick, New Jersey, and I am a member of the Marine Corps League, and I make hospital visits down to Walter Reed and Bethesda when the wars were going hot and heavy, visiting the men and women who wear the uniform today. I'm a proud Vietnam vet, and you know, I look to be a voice for those friends I grew up with, and the Marines and Corpsmen I served with in Vietnam who didn't come home. I need to be a voice for them. As another friend said, we need to remember all those men and women who lost their today so we could have our tomorrows. I'm a proud Vietnam veteran.
You were telling us a little bit about some of your experiences there. Are there some more memorable than others that you share with us?
Well, there were many memorable moments in Vietnam when I was there in 67 to 68. And as I said before, I got to return to Vietnam with the College of the Ozarks in March of 2016 and visit some of the same battlefields and walk down the same streets that I did back 53 years ago. And I got to go to places where, unfortunately, some of my friends were killed. I got to go to a place where I was wounded on the 28th of February in Way City, where standing next to my platoon sergeant, he was shot also with me, and unfortunately he was paralyzed. So I had some good experiences and I had some bad ones. But it was something I would do all over again, and I'm proud that I am a Vietnam veteran.
Anything on a more humorous memory or something, a pleasant memory?
Yeah, you always, not everything, combat is not 24/7. I mean, I don't think you could mentally survive being in a position where you're getting shot and you're shooting at and men are getting killed and wounded. You got to have jokes, you got to tell stories with each other. The inter-service rivalries going on between the Marine Corps and the Army at times was hilarious. There's stories of Marines coming off a long day operation, and somebody, a Lance Corporal, would go snap on lieutenant bars, go into the club at the main base and get ice for his men, right, as a Lance Corporal. And then the bartender would say, "Hey, would you like a beer?" He said, "Sure." And as you're drinking a beer, you turn around. This wasn't me, a friend of mine. He turned around, and there was his company commander looking at him, right, knowing that he was a Lance Corporal. So, but the captain didn't do anything, and the men got the ice after coming off patrol. There were jokes such as you're on patrol, you hit the deck, and you land in a cow pie, a water buffalo. And, I did this one time myself. I took a K-bar and I just scraped it off myself, right? And another time at Con Tien, I'm carrying a machine gun. I'm walking where tanks go, and it's a very muddy, wet terrain because of the rainy season. And I'm walking, and I go probably a little bit above my knees. I'm stuck. So I got to take my M60. I hand it to another guy on the other side of the wet path. I get pulled out, and then there's a puddle over there. So I sat down in a puddle, and I take my K-bar out, start scraping the mud off and washing me like I'm taking a bath. Got up and then went about business, going back, and that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to, get dirty and wet and crummy and muddy. So.
You said you had an M60 as opposed to an M16?
M60 is the machine gun. It's over there. It's got the tripod. That's the M60 machine gun.
So you wound up carrying belts of ammo across also?
Right. Belts of ammo, and you also, being a member of the machine gun squad, you would carry belts of ammo to support your gunner who was carrying the M60. I started out in Vietnam in August of 1967. I was given 2 boxes of 200 rounds of gun ammo in the cans, not Pancho Villa style. I had to carry in ammo cans, and you get used to humping extra ammo. I had to run across a rice paddy because the front Amtrak hit a mine, get on the other side, and it's very awkward running with boxes on your body, on your side, you know. But you know, I have gone to various presentations, whether it's at a Marine Corps ball. I have talked to local high schools and elementary schools about Veterans Day and Memorial Day. I wear my uniform. I mention that those Marines and Corpsmen I lost in Vietnam and talk about them. And you know, of course, you get all kinds of questions, and you want to question, and I'll answer any question out there. And of course, the question: did you ever kill anybody? You know, every kid wants to know that, and I tell them yes. You know, I don't go into gory detail what happened and all that other good stuff. But you're in a war. Unfortunately, it's kill or be killed in a sense, and you're trying to take out the other bad guy, and the other bad guy's trying to take you out. But as you got older, you realize that that NVA or that Viet Cong, right, was basically, he wanted to do the same thing you. He wanted to grow up, he wanted to go to school, have a car, get a girlfriend, have kids, you know, have a global family. Yet, as I said before, two leaders of two countries couldn't sit down at a coffee table and hash things out. The wars happened, and unfortunately a lot of young men and women lost their lives, both civilians and military.
You said that you'd had R&R in Australia.
I almost had it.
Almost had,
I was scheduled to go to R&R in Australia in February of 1968. This was January. And of course, the Tet Offensive happened. They canceled the R&R to Australia, and it was rescheduled for March, but I got hit on the end of 28th February, and I was in a hospital for a month. And one of my squad members, Lance Corporal Rick Mann, took my place going to Australia. So when I got back to the company in April, he had pictures of what happened, what was going on in Australia. So I missed out, but I got to go to Japan, so I can't really complain.
Tell me, during the Tet Offensive, you were in the north then?
I was in Northern I Corps, yes. Yeah. Way City, you know, was in Northern I Corps, you know, and Way City being the ancient imperial capital of Vietnam.
I know that the Tet Offensive took everyone by a bit of a surprise.
It did. I mean, as I said before, the Tet Offensive is basically the Vietnamese New Year. And basically you were shut down for like 3 days of celebration, relaxation, you know, no fighting going on, but this is where the North Vietnamese launched the largest offensive of the war, and they attacked every major city and village in South Vietnam and caught the Americans by surprise. The thing that I read over the years, and of course you don't know this back in the day, is that they knew something was going to happen. They just didn't know when. And again, we got hit on a holiday celebration, and we got caught off guard. We got caught with our pants down, so to speak. But we rebounded, we kicked their ass, right? But then the American politicians quit on us, and the war ended. So like I've said before, we didn't lose the war, politicians quit on it.